Housing for Atlanta first responders just became more affordable. Today, City Council approved a $500,000 housing subsidy for firefighters and police officers. Atlanta News First Chelsea Beimfor is live outside City Hall tonight. And Chelsea, you spoke with a councilman who says this is a recruitment tool.
That's right. He says a lot of first responders say they can't afford to live where they work in places like Midtown and downtown Atlanta. But a new housing subsidy may change that and convince some other people to join the police department or become a firefighter.
We hear from firefighters and police officers all the time, particularly younger ones who want to live in the city, that it's just prohibitively expensive.
It's no secret the cost of living in Atlanta is high. According to rent.com, the average apartment runs around $1,800 a month, a steep price for Atlanta police officers whose starting salaries begin around $48,000 a year. That's why City Councilman Amir Faroqi sponsored new legislation that will provide housing subsidies to public safety personnel.
This would address some of their rent burden.
On Monday, Council authorized a $500,000 donation from the City of Atlanta to the Atlanta Police Foundation, a nonprofit that will allocate the money to firefighters, police officers, and corrections workers to go towards housing costs. The $500,000 comes from the American Rescue Plan Act, which is federal funding tied to the pandemic, but not everyone is happy about where the money is going.
I do not see how housing for the police can be a priority right now, no matter your views on policing.
During public comment at Monday's City Council meeting, a woman named Lolita Martin questioned why the cash can't be put towards those experiencing homelessness and pointed out that the Atlanta Police Foundation is spending millions on what opponents have deemed Cop City.
But the Atlanta Police Foundation just fundraised millions of dollars to build the police training facility in South DeKalb, a majority low-income and Black community. If they can fundraise $60 million for the police training facility, why give them $500,000 of taxpayer dollars?
And Faroqi says there are still several details that need to be worked out, including the funding cap per person. But he says if this program is successful, it's something the City Council may consider adding to their budget for the coming years. Reporting live from City Hall tonight, Chelsea Beimfor, Atlanta News First. All right.